susah ほとんどない
ほとんどない susah Okay, I mean we did all the vowels, so that's all I'm doing. I'm so tired, so bye. No more. No. So I was supposed to look for a language exchange partner the other day, but I didn't. And I was gonna do it yesterday and I didn't. I'm gonna do it right now. There's only a few days when I can actually talk to a language exchange partner before my trip. Womp womp. I need to find someone who's gonna be available. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I found a language learning server on Discord and it's very well organized. So I'm just going through all these profiles, seeing if anyone will do language exchange and can help with Indonesian. This server is so well organized, it makes me want my own server. Hopefully I can practice with somebody from here. Okay, one thing I wanted to say, because I go on a lot about not translating too much in your head. One thing I have been doing when I see something familiar, like gimana ya, is I will actually translate from the language. And here I'm using a translator that is pretty good called DeepL. And I'll translate the sentence, or if it's like a word that seems like a complete phrase, I will translate it too. I think this is super helpful still, as long as it's like translating full phrases or full sentiments. I do think it's okay and helpful still. Although the main issue, I believe, is when it comes to translating from your native language into the target language. So if I was like, how do I say I wonder? And then translating that into this, that is definitely like a no-go almost always. But the other way around, I think it's actually can be very helpful. And it's one of the strengths we have as people who already know a certain language and aren't just starting completely from scratch. So yeah, make use of that. Gimana ya? Hi! I have an executive function coach because after I found out that I'm autistic, I decided to start seeing an executive function coach to help out with executive function, because that's one of the things that is difficult as a neurodivergent person, and I've always had difficulties with executive function, and I didn't know that there's such a nice way to address it. Executive function is like planning things, executing plans, organization, completing tasks, breaking down tasks, doing research on what to do, like, yeah, formatting your thoughts. That's all executive function. Anyway, I was talking to my coach today about kind of documenting executive function challenges, and I realized that I often just leave those out of my videos because I feel uncomfortable sharing those challenges, because I feel like they're things that aren't supposed to be too difficult to deal with, just like boring little things to take care of. But at times those typical things can be very challenging for me. Yeah, I wanted to share something today, and hopefully I get better at just sharing things in videos too, because I feel like leaving out these things leaves a lot of holes in the narrative I'm trying to tell as well, which I don't like. Anyway, I've been having trouble getting my mail delivered to my place, And I got a notice from the post office that I have a ton of mailboxes there packages there, and my mailbox is too full. So I made a trip to the post office today. I was like, how the hell did this happen even? I don't know. And I still don't know because they wouldn't give me a straight answer. They were just getting a little annoyed because they probably don't know either how this situation happens as well. Anyway, I go there and I find out that mail from like the past, I don't know, few months has just been piling up there. Like all my lost packages are there. And when I had contacted the delivery services before that, they were like, no, like it says it's delivered. We don't know what you're talking about. So I just assumed that those packages were either stolen or sent back to the sender or just taken by the wrong person. I had no clue. But yeah, all the mail that I haven't been receiving for whatever reason was piled up there. That's to say, I thankfully got a ton of stuff that I've been really needing and I spent a lot of money on. And there's some things I got refunds for or doubles for, but yeah. I'm happy about it. And one of those things was like a charging port thing for like a bunch of devices, which I got so that I can organize all my camera equipment, because I always be forgetting to charge my camera, to charge my microphone, yada 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 yada. So, these earrings, I like these earrings a lot. That's one of the things, and I took like a little b-roll of the setup just to share that. But that was one of my executive function struggles because, oh my gosh, I've been running around trying to locate these packages, trying to figure out where my stuff is going, contacting like all the people I'm ordering from, like, hey, I didn't get this yet. Could I get a refund? Could you try to resend it? So it's nice to have everything, and I'm not going to worry about it now, but at some point I need to figure out before I start ordering more things why some things are showing up in the mail and why some things aren't. Weird. Yeah, anyway, about these earrings. If any of you have seen Mamma Mia, like the movie, when the gals are performing Super Trooper, Meryl Streep has on these like shimmery blue earrings, and I was looking for something like that, and these really remind me of those earrings, so I had to get them. I was looking everywhere for those earrings, and it just makes me feel so disco. I will catch up with y'all later. I'm gonna be learning Indonesian today. I have been already a little bit. I just watched, or I'm watching still, but I finished watching the Let's Play of Pragmata by Meowog. He finished the game, but he's just doing like the extra content now. And oh my gosh, it's such a tearjerker. That's why I might look a little teary, because I cried. It's like anything dad-daughter related that's positive makes me tear up, because I don't have a good relationship with my dad. So sometimes it's just nice to see heartwarming examples. I'm like, that's how it should be, you know? Yeah. But it's such, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get teary again just thinking about the game. Oh yeah, one more thing for language learning. So, the other day, as in yesterday, I was looking for people to do language exchange with, and the Discord server I went on actually worked. I also went on a website and signed up for language exchange through that website, and I think I got a message, and I think it's a scam message, so we're just ignoring that. But the Discord server, I reached out to a bunch of people and wrote like a little introduction, and I had 3 people reach out to me, which is pretty solid. And then one of them said we can chat tomorrow. They said besok. Besok gimana? Like, how about tomorrow? Because they need to study for an exam today. I do want to say when I've been watching Meow Out, I have been searching up things on the DeepL translator. DeepL translator is just like a slightly better AI powered translator than Google Translates. It's just more natural sounding. But yeah, I've been searching up things where there's like a few words I recognize and maybe I almost recognize what it means Indonesian to English, not the other way around. And that's been pretty cool because I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. And I feel like I'm learning so many phrases. It's really cool just every day, although I have some doubts. I'm just doing my best to believe, and I'm noticing that I can separate the words and phrases so much better every passing day.